Hi there guys, welcome to BoxPred. In this video I'm going to be giving my thoughts on a huge fight that's happening this coming weekend. As you know, Manny Pacquiao is going up against Timothy Bradley and the fight is for the WBO welterweight title. First of all, I really like this fight. It's a really good fight, and I know that they're both top ranked fighters and there are business reasons behind why they may have chosen Bradley here. But all questions aside, from a boxing standpoint, from a fan's point of view, this is a really good fight and one I'm really excited to see. Since this fight was announced, I have changed my opinion on the fight. When it was first announced, I instantly favoured Bradley in this fight. I thought for a while, actually for a couple of months, that Bradley had Pacquiao's number. And I really felt, I still feel that Bradley has a very good chance in this fight, as a lot of people do. First of all, the head clashes is a big issue for me. I am concerned that this fight's going to end up in a bit of controversy with the clash of heads. We know that Bradley's got a history of that, particularly against Devin Alexander in their fight, and we know that with the style matchup with Pacquiao, that we are likely to see some cause of head clash there, and I hope that it doesn't occur, and I hope that it doesn't spoil this fight. So like I said, I initially was really siding with Bradley in this one, and I still think he has a really good chance. But I'm actually going to go for Manny Pacquiao to win this fight by stoppage, and I'm going to go for the 7th round. Let's talk about briefly about Timothy Bradley. What I think is real advantages for him in this fight, or things that work well for him going in here against Manny Pacquiao. First of all is obviously his heart, his determination, his desire to win. In very few fighters have I seen the type of desire I see in Timothy Bradley when I watch, like 24/7 series, watching how he works and trains and the way he comes across. I know it's TV and they make people out to be certain ways, but I really do see a genuine desire and fight and heart from Timothy Bradley, and that plays a lot in boxing. It really is downplayed. Boxing is very scientific, and it is very technical, and I probably would place technicality over heart and desire slightly, but at the same time, heart and desire plays such a big part in the boxing match. I think it really can swing a fight. And I think, if anyone is young and hungry, the term young hungry lion's bandied about way too much. They said it about Victor Ortiz before the Floyd Mayweather fight, and he just turned out to be, he wasn't at all, really. He just was uneducated and completely unprepared. And he really was not ready, and he didn't have that right mental attitude he had to go in with. One thing's for sure, Timothy Bradley's going in to win. He will have the right mental attitude. He's not going to fall short. He wouldn't have fallen for the same thing that Victor Ortiz fell for against Mayweather. I'm certain. Bradley he won't switch off. He'll be on the ball. He's really going there to win. He's not going for the payday. For him, money is not the issue. It just seems like he's there for the victory, and for the legacy, and that's really going to help him because he may need that in this fight against Manny Pacquiao. Stamina is not going to be an issue for Bradley, I don't feel. He's in great shape as always, and I like the fact from his history you can see he throws a good volume. I think he's going to have to keep that work rate up, keep the volume up, and I think he's going to have that in this fight. So really, I think for me, if Timothy Bradley's going to win this fight, I feel it's going to come by decision, because I think that whilst he does have some power, he doesn't have terrific power, and I don't see him stopping Pacquiao. But I do see him outworking Pacquiao, and if Pacquiao doesn't look as good like he has in the past couple of fights, then Bradley could run away with it on the scorecards, just outwork Pacquiao. Let's move on to Manny Pacquiao. I want to keep this brief. We know all about Pacquiao. We know his speed. He hasn't looked too good lately, but I think that people are basing that a lot off the Marquez fight. Manny Pacquiao's kryptonite is a good counterpuncher, okay? That's a fact. That's why Marquez has given him problems in all 3 fights, because Marquez is a quality, world-class counterpuncher. That's the reason why so many people think that Floyd Mayweather beats Manny Pacquiao, because Mayweather's probably the best counterpuncher in the game. He's highly adept at counterpunching. Timothy Bradley is not a counterpuncher. Timothy Bradley's going to be right there in front of Manny Pacquiao. He's going to be there. Pacquiao's not going to have to chase him. He's not going to have to initiate the punches like he did against Marquez. He is going to just have someone there in front of him, just trying to have a straightforward boxing match with him in his face, and I think that's really going to favour Manny Pacquiao in this fight. I know that Ricky Hatton was in a really bad place when he fought Manny Pacquiao, and he really wasn't himself. But still, the way Pacquiao disposed of Hatton, he still had to get the guy out of there, and Hatton was still in his face, and that's the type of thing I'm talking about. If Ricky Hatton had been on his game, he may have lasted a bit longer. But my theory and my reasoning behind my choice for this fight is, if you're going to have a war with Manny Pacquiao, if you're going to have a war of angles, straightforward boxing, punch up with angles, the likelihood is you're going to lose. Pacquiao is so good at angles. He throws punches you can't see. He's still, I think, got enough speed to trouble Bradley in that department. I saw Bradley get caught a few times against Alexander in their fight. If Alexander had more power, he may have troubled Bradley more. I think Pacquiao has that power. I think that he's going to stop Timothy Bradley on choosing the 7th round. I just, like I've said, I think that it's gonna. I fear for Timothy Bradley in the exchanges. I think it's going to be maybe a bit tentative early on, but as the fight goes on and Bradley starts using, that he's got a lot of pride, and as he goes in and starts warring with Pacquiao, I just think Pacquiao's got the better, crisper punches inside when they're closer together, when they're exchanging. I see Manny Pacquiao coming out on top, and I'm not going to be hypocritical and say Pacquiao by decision. I'm going to say what I feel. I think if Pacquiao hits Bradley, I don't care how much heart you have. If you get knocked out, you get knocked out. If you get hurt, you get hurt. You can't. Your heart. There's no heart there when you're asleep on the canvas. Quite simple as that. And if Pacquiao doesn't manage to catch Bradley with a full flush knockout punch, and he may manage. It's quite likely he'll manage to knock Bradley down, and Bradley will use his heart and his determination to get back up. But as the fight goes on, there's going to be 10-8 rounds, 1 or 2 10-8 rounds, and I think then Pacquiao goes away with the decision. If the fight is close and Pacquiao doesn't manage to catch Bradley, then it's going to be interesting. We will see some interesting scorecards possibly. I think Bradley's got to be very cautious in this. It's going to be difficult because he has to throw volume and keep the work rate up, but he's also got to watch out for those angles in the exchange. For me, this fight is all about exchanges. I'm picking Pacquiao by stoppage in the 7th round. I think that he manages to. I think he just catches Bradley in the exchange, and I think Bradley just gets stopped. But I do think Bradley has a really good chance, and I don't want to downplay his chances in this one. He's a terrific boxer. He's unbeaten, so Pacquiao's got to prove here that something, because no one's beaten Bradley. They put him down, but they haven't beaten him. People say Kendall Holt hits harder than Pacquiao, whatever. I don't believe so. It's not down to just power. It's down to the angle and the punches you don't see, which Pacquiao is far better at than Kendall Holt. Yeah, just to show you how I put a bit of money on Bradley for this fight. I thought the odds were just too good to miss. There were some ridiculous odds at the time I put my money on Bradley, and I thought it's worth a shot because he really does have a good chance in this fight. So I'm going to leave it there. I don't want this to go beyond 10 minutes. I'm picking Pacquiao by 7th round. Please let me know what you guys think. Thanks for listening as always. This is BoxPred, and I'm out.